Welcome to Lipsticks and Lariats. Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Are you a massive professional wrestling fan? Do you find yourself screaming at the TV, cheering for your favorite superstars, and analyzing every single match? But maybe you feel like the conversation is always dominated by the same voices. Well, get ready, because we're here to change the game. The all-female podcast that's flipping the script on wrestling commentary. We are friends who live and breathe everything from this squared circle. We're talking about the high-flying action, the epic promos, the shocking heel turns, and the drama that happens both in and out of the ring. From the independent scene to the biggest pay-per-views, we cover it all. Each week, we dive deep into the latest news, review recent shows, and give our unfiltered opinions on the biggest storylines. We're not afraid to get passionate, have a laugh, and maybe even disagree a little. We'll break down match psychology, celebrate the incredible athleticism of these performers, and share our predictions for what's coming next. We also love to shine a spotlight on the women's division, celebrating the progress and pushing for even more. So, if you're looking for a fresh, fun, and fiery take on the world of wrestling, you've found your new home. Don't miss out on a single episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and get ready to talk some smack with us.
Welcome to Lipsticks and Lariats, episode 16. We are 4 episodes away from 20, Nikki.
That's so exciting.
Me too. The podcast where the takes are sharp, the sarcasm is free, and the only thing more dramatic than professional wrestling, the internet arguing about professional wrestling. I'm Catherine, aka She Hates Women's Wrestling, with my tag team partner, Nikki from the bar, and today we're going to dive into the wild world of sports entertainment, or wrestling as real promotions like to call it, and we're going to break down some big stories, debate some takes, review some shows, preview some shows, some booking decisions that I may or may not have to rant about today.
Yes.
But, you know, that's basically a tradition for me at this point. So I'm going to need you to grab your belt, grab your snacks, keep that sexist friend nearby, and subscribe to the podcast at The Weekly Steel Chair, which is the home of Lipsticks and Lariats. So, before we jump into anything, we want to send a huge congratulations to Darby Allin, who got married this weekend. And he had his mom actually body slam him on thumbtacks during his wedding, and his dad took a chop from Brody King.
Yep.
Now, that would be a wedding I'd like to attend.
No. Oh, girl. I hope Sarah knows what she's getting into and approved all this madness.
That's wild.
It's extra. And did you see his suit was also had like the bone outline, like the back and all that thing down his arm and stuff. And I was like, live in your gimmick at your own wedding. Got it.
You know, I will say him and MJF lived their gimmick 24/7.
Yep.
So, let's also get into our first segment of the show, our top rope segment where we discuss some news and some headlines. Did you know 28 years ago today we had the iconic Undertaker versus Mick Foley Hell in a Cell match?
I saw it on Facebook. I remember watching that in my mom's living room.
I can't believe it's been that long.
It's like, I just still remember it so vividly of him just going off. And what is cell? I almost said cage, off the cell. There's just, I don't know. That's just so iconic and so just burned into my brain. But knowing it's that long ago, I'm like, oh.
Now that was a holy shit moment.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So let's get into it. WWE pulled Randy Orton from their fan fest. Is retirement looming?
Is his back still that messed up?
That's
like maybe
is
it worse Is it worth him getting on a plane going from St. Louis to New York?
That's what I'm wondering. That's why I'm thinking
It'd be-
he really may need to retire.
Having that Mania match as his last match would be so upsetting. But again, obviously, health comes first. I want you to be happy and healthy. You got 100 kids. Like, I want you to have a healthy life. But like, oh, that would be real ick if that.
Yeah, that would suck if that was his last match. Maybe he could like pull out one more match as his final retirement match, and do not have it against Gunther.
No, I would like it to be like one of the younger kids that maybe he can put over. Or is it something that like, is it like a Sting thing that he wins his final match?
Maybe.
Nick spelled his name right. But I hope it's just like we have so many other superstars, it's not worth it. Maybe let's just rest you for another couple months because I'd rather see him back on TV than at some fan thing.
I agree. TNA pitched a new championship, and it is a mid-card women's championship, and they released what this new championship is and the belt. I'm not mad at this.
No.
This is the Knockouts TV Women's Championship. You can create a beautiful-looking belt, but you cannot create good episodic television.
Right. I said when Bree showed us before going on here, I was like, oh, it's a very pretty belt that you're never going to see on TV. It's very pretty, but I don't, at where they are at now, I don't see them booking it well to have it prominent on TV.
My take is your first champion for that belt is going to be an NXT star. It'll be a woman from NXT, I bet you.
I thought that was kind of simmering down. I thought we haven't really seen a lot of the cross.
I don't know.
Isn't American Bash tonight? Is that they're going to debut it on NXT tonight? That'd be hysterical.
Well, Slammiversary is going on right now. And then we have the Great American Bash and Forbidden Door this evening.
Oh my gosh. It's too much. A lot of wrestling. Again, it's a good thing our cup overflows, but I wish there's some. Let's stagger this better.
Well, it seems that Triple H once again put his foot in his mouth and says that people take WWE and wrestling too serious and forget that it is fun. Is he correct?
Oh, this was sort of maybe my rant that we're postponing, but like I feel like I can argue it both ways. Because I ring the bell for like wrestling's supposed to be fun, wrestling is supposed to be silly. But in the context of the way he's saying it, I'm like, it feels icky coming out of you.
It feels like it's a fuck you to the fans.
Right. So again, if it wasn't Triple H saying it, I'd be like, yes, it's supposed to be silly. Remember, it's supposed to be fun. Again, maybe people get like too upset about like, I'm going to cancel my subscription and all that stuff. I feel like maybe that's too much. But also but this is also serious to us. Like, this is our entertainment. This is our hobby. Like, I do take my hobby seriously and I want you to take it seriously too. So I'm coming from him. This just is like, slimy. As much as I love Triple H, but it's just like, oh, come on. But like, if you said that to Triple H in his reign of terror, or like when he was coming up, like he took all of this seriously and wanted everyone to take this seriously. And now that you're getting criticism, and it's like, oh, guys, relax. It's just wrestling. It's like, no, but that's not. I don't think that's really how you feel, or how you used to feel.
Good point. Could you see Mark Briscoe as a future AEW World Champion?
Yes, but it could be like it. I think it would be like the Darby thing, like thank you for your service. But I don't see it being the now. I just feel like when you got Ospreay or Strickland, or you got cover your ears Hangman and Kenny, I feel like there's so many other kind of people vying for that right now. I think after just coming off the Darby reign, I don't think it'd be I don't know, kind of feel like a repeat if you put it on Briscoe. But I hope one day he does get
I think eventually TK will give him a title run as a thank you. Probably like when he gets closer to retirement, maybe.
Yeah.
I could
But he's
see
got,
that.
like, 1,000 kids over there. I'm sure he's not retiring anytime soon. He's got 9? Ugh.
9 or 10, so we know what he likes to do.
I know they're all on his rib, so like tonight I have to like count how many, but it's a lot.
Are they Catholic by chance and don't believe in birth control?
Probably. He's got well, I can't say anything. I have my cross on my arm, but
I mean, a lot of kids. But I guess if you work a farm, though, you do need lots of kids to work the farm.
True.
Alrighty, after that 360 from the top rope, it is time for me to hit that hot tag where we are going to debate some topics. So, Nikki, does wrestling need a more sports-based presentation? Are you okay with the entertainment presentation?
Why can't I have both? I'm like commercial, like why not both? I like all of it. Like that's I say this every week. It's like that's why this is so great because there's so many different ways you can do it. It can be more sports entertainment. It can be the hardcore wrestling. It can be strong style. It can be lucha libre. Like that's why this is good because there's options. And I want to put my hand in all the pies. I want to watch all of it. And I feel like that's the tribalism part of it. I'm like, maybe it is Triple H. Just enjoy it. Just don't take it too seriously. But like, you can have it all. I think that's why this is great. Have it all. I want it all.
I would say when WWE was the monopoly, yes, you probably needed a more sports-based presentation.
Mm-hmm.
But now that AEW is existing, you can have both because they're the more sports-based and WWE is your more entertainment. Yeah. So, you know, you can pick which either promotion you want to watch. You can watch both if you like you like both.
I do. I want all the things.
So, speaking of WWE and some of their great ideas, it seems that WWE and Fanatics was going to auction off a chair used in the women's War Game match in 2022. One problem. No chair was used in the match, so they took the auction down. Does this show that they are just money hungry?
Probably, but like who is it? Like maybe there's like a disconnect of like the creative team who actually put something together, and you have some poor little probably intern who's like, I gotta put stuff on auction, and I was like, oh yeah, chair women's match, great. Like not realizing like or understanding the actual product.
And talking about WWE and their failures, did you see the promotional for SummerSlam? Please tell me, as someone who lives in the United States, when Minnesota changed its name to Minnesota?
I have not seen this. They spelled Minnesota wrong?
Yes. So evidently they used AI to create the poster.
Stop.
And the S became a B. So Minnesota is now Minnesota.
Oh, no. I hope. Oh, Lord. It makes me think of like when they did that Dom package and his belt was the AEW belt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. You have a bazillion dollars. Like, pay actual people to do stuff.
I mean, maybe you should check AI before you just throw it out there on your social media.
Again, I also feel that it's just they have a team that doesn't care about wrestling. And it's like, oh, I need to get this done. AI. And that's where they're at. It's upsetting.
Well, we're going to talk about something you like. Evidently, Tekla did an interview and said that she would not mind being the first female in the Callis family. So could you see her being the first female member of Don Callis?
She doesn't need them. She's great on the mic. She's the champion. What do you don't need Don Callis to scheme to get you a thing. but maybe she's not the first. If we're all the Don Callis family, there's other people in the Don Callis family. I'm sure they probably would and could, but no, stop it.
I can see her fitting in because she's kind of sly and conniving like Don Callis.
Mm-hmm.
So I see she could fit in, but why would she really need him? Like you said, she's great on the mic, so she doesn't need a mouthpiece.
Right.
She's already champion.
And she's the leader of her own faction.
Basically.
Why would you join someone who... No. She's like... To me, she's a leader. Like, no.
No. Nikki's adamant about that no.
Yes.
Well, our hot tag debate was great. And Nikki does not have a nitpick this week.
No, nothing I feel that I have to get on my soapbox about.
I have a rant. And this is not so much a rant as like a pet peeve of mine that I keep noticing. So I like to go on X and join people's spaces just to listen to what other people have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me why Spaces draws out the most ignorant wrestling fans.
I think the problem is like our community. I don't even know how to say this. They're just dumb. Just some of it is just so dumb. And I feel like that's why this community, why the wrestling community, IWC gets such a bad rap, because you do have these people who are just like, yeah, come on.
Well, there's this one particular person that keeps coming in all these different spaces, and he keeps asking the same fucking questions, and he's so obsessed with everybody's contract and WWE being sold to Saudi and shit that I'm like, are you stupid or naive? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, you say you're in your late 20s, so I can't really use naive. So I just think you're stupid. I don't know.
Like, why do you... I don't remember... And I'm not quoting my source here. I don't remember who... I think it was someone on X. It was some wrestler that was like... So, like, why do wrestling fans care about contracts or house gates or like, oh, they only sold, 3,000 tickets when it's like a 10,000 whatever. It's like, why do wrestling fans care? Just watch wrestling.
Oh, yes, I've seen what you were talking about. Yes.
Who posted?
Unless, like, if I have stock in WWE, I don't care what their books say. I don't care how many pay-per-view buys AEW has.
Right, like
it's not affecting my pocketbook. The only thing I care about is you putting on a good show for me to watch and enjoy.
Right.
For my $40.
Yeah, like I'm going to watch it. I don't care if you sold more, last month or last year. Like I'm still going to watch your thing. I don't know. People sometimes I do feel
like this person is so obsessed with everybody's contract and he keeps asking the same shit, and he's been doing it for like 3 months. I have literally been watching this for 3 months.
Was it also Osprey tweeted like, maybe go touch grass?
I really just like want to say something, and like old me, younger me would have. Older me is like, okay, I'm just going to listen to this shit. I'm not going to be a speaker because I will piss everybody off in this space and nobody will like me anymore.
Who cares?
But I want to take my hands and put them around their neck. And I'm doing this to my phone. I'm like, please shut up. But that's my little rant. Had to get that off my chest. It was just annoying. And when I rant to my son, he's like, Mom, it's okay. It's really not that important.
Your space to rant.
I know.
our rant space.
So, Kak's lecture on why this is a great idea will return next week because we have a lot to discuss and to get into with Forbidden Door.
Yes.
So, I'm going to do a cheap plug. So, in the meantime, you can go over to YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts and listen to my latest podcast on why Forbidden Door is dead. And also where I reviewed the first episode of season 3 of House of the Dragon and the new Supergirl movie that I seen on Thursday. So that's my cheap plug.
Love it.
So, lipstick and lariat of the week. My lipstick of the week goes to, and I know you're going to be shocked, Nikki, Blake Monroe, who finally decided to show up for work after weeks upon weeks upon weeks of laying in her bed. Thank you, Blake, for coming to work.
Is your son nearby? I need him to like check your, like if you have a fever over there. Then you tell me you're going to buy a Thekla shirt. No, Blake Monroe gets, what a magical.
I am happy she finally showed up to work. Yay!
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
still debating on that Tekla shirt, though.
Do you like her using the neutralizer? I don't know if I forgot what they called it for her, or if they called it anything. Her finisher.
I could take it or leave it.
Then I'm thinking, I don't remember what her finisher was in AEW. Or was it just she did Tony's moves?
I think she had her on, and I want to say they called it the
Mayday.
Glamorous something, or
Wasn't it Mayday?
Mayday or something?
There we go. Thank you, Reese. We were
Because she, what
right
was
there
her
together.
name in AEW?
Mariah May.
Mariah May. I was going to say Marilyn May. I'm trying to give her an old woman name.
I love
So,
it.
Nikki, who gets your lipstick of the week?
We're keeping on this lady train. You know, I love it. We didn't get Maxine Dupree. Cutting a promo. Not doing her like shocked face, but actually like going like after Chad. Like, oh yeah, you can apologize, but you know, Petra Charles remembers you did this, you did this, you did this. And it's like, nah. And she's like, let's go. I like loved, like, I needed this version of her when she was like with Natty, and I want to go back to that, and maybe her and Soul can do something with the IC belts. But I'm like, you gave her the opportunity, and I feel like she knocked it out of the park. And I feel like they, again, pushing your babies, I feel like they need to do that more. But I love that she like gave a strong promo right back to Chad, so she gets my lipstick this week.
I think with her promo, it kind of actually made you feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he was being shitty to them, you kind of felt bad for them. And you were always waiting for them to like retaliate.
Right.
And so now this is her chance to say, you know what? You did all these terrible things to me, so fuck you. I ain't accepting your apology.
And I remember when she's like, you made me get down on my knees. You made me do all this stuff. And it's like a woman coming back like, no. Boys, you can't just apologize and we're going to sweep it on the rug and you're going to be forgiven. She's like, F you. Let's
no,
go.
Nick, I am not that far on board with selling the bathwater.
Nick, why are you so gross? Get out of here.
You're going to put him in the doghouse. He's going to be sharing the couch with Jackson.
No, Jackson will be in the bed. He'll be on the couch.
Well, she's trading Nick for the dog.
He knows.
All right. Our Lariats of the week. Mine goes to Night of Champions. That shit was awful, which we will discuss in a second.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what my Lariat of the week is, honestly. I was going to do the Triple H quote also, but then like we already kind of talked about that. Like, I don't know. What was, again, like, Jade, obviously. I'm worried that, like, why is it so bad? She's so bad. But I don't know. How many times have we given her a lariat?
A lot. I will say, I think someone was asking her in an interview about her wig coming off, and she said that she has her wig sewn into her hair.
Yeah.
So when her wig came off, some of her real hair came out with it.
Yeah. She's like, that's how hard it got.
Yeah. So whoever pulled her hair was like really pissed at that time, evidently.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I'm trying to think who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Was it? I don't know if it was it Lyra or Roxy? I feel like it was kind of one of the younger kids, but I could be wrong. But like, I don't know. I don't want to keep harping on it, but that's like the only thing that's like really bothered me this week. It's like you get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and you're still the same kind of slop. I'm like, they kept her down or maybe should have kept her longer in the PC, and then it's just like,
or maybe they were like, she's not improving. Just throw her out there and let her sink or swim.
But this one, was she so protected by, Bianca and Naomi that, like they went off and had life stuff. And she's just like floundering.
And also, you can't criticize her on social media because she'll block you because she's very thin-skinned.
Right. And again, I don't know if you all saw Piper Niven. I love watching or reading all her stuff, but
I seen that where she called her out.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, but you look good, so it's fine, basically. Like, you can hurt people because, I'm like, you have a great look, but why can't you do the things? Then you should go down to the PC and do some things. Ugh.
Well, I mean, she was training with Bryan Danielson in AEW, and while she was in AEW, you saw improvement. She went to WWE, and she has regressed.
Because I feel like they knew how to use her. Like, you're big, have a squash match. Like, she went on her whatever streak, and then when she got a little stronger, she had that match with Statlander, and was it Red Velvet? She had the other good match. There was like 2 good matches.
I think so.
Had, and then it's just like, why were you not doing that same thing? And I get, then you put her with Bianca and Naomi, and you can protect her, but it's still like that wheelbarrow spot that her and Bianca used to do that I feel like Bianca was always trying to like fix. I don't know. Then she just like,
I have a feeling we won't ever see Bianca in a wrestling ring again.
Good for her.
I don't think her finger's ever gonna heal properly for them to clear her.
Yeah. Which is crazy that it's just like,
and then they keep pushing these feuds with Jade, trying to wait for Bianca to come back. But if this happens and Bianca doesn't come back, what are you going to do? You eventually going to have to release her because she's wasting money.
Yeah, and I said this on because assuming it's her and Charlotte at SummerSlam, whether it's for a belt or not for a belt or just the 2 of them, if Charlotte can't get her to have a good match, then I think she's got to go. Like, you love her or hate her. I know she gets so much hate, but she is your top star. Charlotte is your top in-ring, whatever time champion she's been, like, kind of like your benchmark.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
If you cannot have a good match with Charlotte or Rhea, then you just suck.
Right. I mean, there is. For, all the shit going in with, again, Charlotte, Rhea 2 at Mania. Like, how great was that match? Again, didn't like the NXT one and the emptiness of everything, but that rematch was, she made Rhea a star. She made Rhea look great. For better or worse with Tiffy, all that stuff, but, she did put Tiffy over, and it's just like, I feel like Charlotte's kind of done that a lot. But if she can't do it with Jade, then I think Jade's got to go. Again, she doesn't need this.
Well, that's true too. So maybe that's why she's not putting in 110%.
Then you're hurting people that are giving 110% that want this. I'm thinking about like Mia and Chelsea and Tiffy to some extent, like people that want to be there, that this is their livelihood, that care about this so much, and you're just like, well, I'm big, I want to test myself. Well, honey, you've been tested and you're not doing great.
I think I've got the best lecture for next week. Oh, Lord, I just thought of it.
Oh, no. Are you going to say how Jade should be champion of the world?
No.
Jade 2 belts?
No. No, but it is going to make our producer fall out of his chair.
Oh, no. Again, you got to tune in next week to find out.
That's right.
You don't give nothing for free.
Preview. A little preview. All right. So, now that we have handed out our lipsticks and lariats of the week, it is time for our main event. We normally highlight things from this week's past shows that deserve a spotlight, but instead we're changing it, and we're going to talk about Night of Champions first, and then we're going to preview each match for Forbidden Door.
Yes.
So, Night of Champions.
Oh, boy.
We started off with one Oba Femi versus main event Jey Uso. The match was great if you like super kicks. Oba won, so what now? Do you have him beat Brock? Do you have him beat Roman? And what about Brock?
I am just glad Oba won. Again, your baby's a young kid. Fucking Jey won. I swear to God. Like, I couldn't. Whether he takes a belt off someone, or maybe we do get a Brock shenanigans, or maybe he fights Brock on night 1 and then goes after a championship on night 2. I don't know, but I'm just glad it wasn't Jey.
I kind of wanted Jey to win just to watch the IWC meltdown.
I know.
But, however, even with Oba winning, the IWC had a meltdown. And by this, I mean someone quote tweeted the WWE account after they had said the ruler is now king, and said, I just canceled my SummerSlam tickets. Jey Uso has been busting his ass, grinding, working so hard, and so hard was in caps, for this, and you give it to some random from NXT. No, no, no. If you won't give Jey what he deserves, I'm done watching this show. Fuck you, Triple H.
Talk about go touch grass. He won a Royal Rumble. He is champion. He's gonna, whether he will, he won't, he turn with the bloodline. Like, he didn't need this. Again, you want to talk about, like, Jey was an FCW kid at one point. Like, y'all gotta start somewhere.
I was just over. We were waiting to be seated at lunch today, and Brendan showed this to me, and I was just like, did he really say Jey Uso had been busting his ass, grinding, and working so hard?
Meanwhile, is what this promo, when they were in Maryland or Kansas City, wherever they were, like, he goes too hard here and blows himself up, and he's like trying to cut his promo, and he can't catch his breath, and it's just like, that was the whole thing. Who was it? The New Day that were like, when he was on the way to Mania, like calling out his cardio?
Maybe.
Or someone called out his cardio way back when, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like the Jey experiment's over. I think that it's having them in there and the tease of, will he go after Roman, or is it Roman sending him to go after Cody? Like, the intrigue, fine, but I'm glad it's there. To me, it's more interesting what Oba's going to do, or who's going to involve with Oba than Jey Cody. That's not a main. I said this to Nick when we were watching it yesterday. Jey Cody at SummerSlam is not a main event to me. I'd rather see them get drunk and do a post-show interview than, like, actually wrestle each other.
And where does Brock fit into all of this?
I don't know. I saw so many different. Reese, I think that'd be crazy pants. I don't. That'd be cool, but I don't think WWE's cool enough to do that. But I don't know. Then do you have him wrestle on both? Get Oba on both nights? But after the Mania thing, is he really? Are we sure Brock's even one going to retire? Does it matter if he has a big, like, life-altering match at SummerSlam, or does he cost Oba the match and that leads to something else down the line? Because again, like after SummerSlam, then you have your B pay-per-views till Rumble, or I guess Survivor Series if we do War Games. But basically, you got a bunch of B pay-per-views.
Yeah, but your big one is not until Rumble.
Yeah, so you're not. So like, would you save Brock Oba to maybe more B pay-per-view to get more eyes on it, or do you save that for the Royal Rumble? Because I feel like after him not retiring, crying with Paul Heyman in the ring, and then having the match in Italy, then I don't know. I don't think him retiring at SummerSlam, even though it is Minnesota, makes sense anymore. I'm like, Brock's gonna Brock.
Well, yeah, Brock's going to do what Brock wants to do. But I don't see Oba beating Roman.
No. It'd be crazy.
So they've kind of backed themselves into a corner with Oba. You've made him this big, strong, kind of unbeatable person because the only person that's beat him is Brock. Because, NXT don't count on the main roster, so we're not talking about losing in NXT. So he's only lost to Brock. Then you're going to have him lose to Roman. And then what?
Right. Again, this is where I'm fuzzy. How long was Brock on main before him and Rock had a match and Rock kind of put him over? Could they be mirroring that and have Roman Reigns put over Oba like Rock did with
Roman Reigns putting over anybody? What are you drinking at that bar? Because I need some of it. The only person Roman putting over is Roman.
I don't know.
So unless Roman either gets hurt or his leukemia for some reason comes back, I don't see Oba winning. That would be the only way Oba would beat Roman.
Could you do
unless he pisses Jay off or Solo off and they cost him, but then where would you go from there?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's some fun things they can do and there are some safe things that they can do. So we'll see what.
We'll see. Well, next we have our women's Queen of the Ring match featuring everybody's favorite, not mine, Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. The match was bad, but not as bad as the other women's match on the card. Io wins, and she immediately says she's going to see Liv again. Do we really need to see this again?
I don't think that match was that egregious.
I think it wasn't as bad as the other one.
See, I mean, Jack's upset. He loves Liv Morgan. I think the match was fine. Again, I didn't think it was going to be a 5-star classic, but I think it was serviceable, passable. I think it was fine. I love that, to kind of talk what happened up front. Like, Dan Housen came out, she slapped him, or he cursed her, then she slapped him, or whatever order that was in. So that's, 3 out of the 5 Judgment Day. Your kind of 2 leaders are now cursed. I did love her in the Dom gear. And I usually don't like the challenger pinning the champion to get a title shot. But I guess you weren't going to have her, because maybe the Rhea stuff is so up in the air that they're pivoting to, or not pivoting, but have Io live. But I think then you have 5 weeks of unhinged Liv Morgan freaking out about this match. And I know that's going to be your favorite.
No, my favorite is actually Io winning the title off of her. Because Liv sucks. Sorry, Liv stands. Come at me. I don't care. But I will say, on a positive note, there was no fuckery in this match.
Which was good. I'm glad there was no, again, because I feel like every match on this card, I feel like maybe that's just WB, every single match could have had shenanigans. And I'm glad that only like one match had run-in shenanigans. Right.
Yes, Chester, that's what we're waiting for, is the Rhea situation. Because WWE has not said if they're going to make her vacate the title. So I'm thinking maybe they're trying to rehab that knee to see if she can go before they make a decision.
Yeah, so I think maybe because that's so up in the air, it's just like, all right, let's have one solid match that we have 5 weeks that we can build towards.
And then if they're making her relinquish the title, they may do like some like Royal Rumble battle or something to crown a new women's champion, or come up with like some tournament.
Well, then I'm worried that
you got 2 nights to fill, so you could have like a tournament. You have like 2 matches on one night, 3 matches on there, and then like have your semis and your final. I mean, people do wrestle multiple times.
Agreed. I'm worried that they would make just like Jade Charlotte for the belt. And they would put it back on Charlotte. It'd be interesting to see like a face Charlotte with the belt. If we can't have Rhea, then maybe that. I don't know.
But see, I liked my idea that we discussed last week. So if you know Rhea's hurt and she ain't gonna be able to go ahead and take the title off of her, and whoever won Queen of the Ring automatically got her title. But I mean, then you would have to put Io on SmackDown.
Io doesn't work Fridays. Wasn't it the Triple H doesn't work Tuesdays or whatever that was? Oh, calm down over there. Chaos Gremlin.
All right, so let's move on to I know what was your favorite match. It was Seth versus Braun. WWE has killed Braun now. Dude, get out of there while you still have a career left, Braun. Listen to me.
Oh, God. As much
Seth
as you know.
won, so does this mean he's done with the vision and can move on? And if so, what's he going to do next? But I know you were happy your Seth won.
I did some torn because I made it clear on all the podcasts, all the things. I think my friends, my mom, everyone knows Seth Rollins is Nick Years, love of my life. Love Seth Rollins. Love him immensely. I feel that Braun Breaker should have won here. You know, I'm very much push your babies. I need the next crop of people to get built up. And if everyone said this is the end, this is their final match, this is the culmination, this is the end, my friend. And then your new kid didn't win. So then if this was supposed to be the Mania match, then Braun wasn't going to go over. And Seth can take a loss here. And he said in the post show that he didn't know what his next plans were because he wanted to see what Oba was doing and whatever. But like, he doesn't need to win a King of the Ring or a tournament or this feud to go after Roman or go after a belt. He's Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker needed this. And I hope maybe Paul Heyman can build him up or do something or move him to SmackDown. Nick's like, everyone's buried. You take a loss, you're buried. I'm hoping he can bounce back. I hope Paul Heyman still stays with him, whether the Vision and Logan Paul or Austin Theory or whatever that is. I hope Heyman stays with Braun. So it's hard. Great match. I thought it was a fun match. Like, I think Breaker did look good with, like, even though bleeding everywhere, he looked I think he looked strong.
I know, I was shocked there was blood. I was actually watching this while I was out with my mom yesterday. I was like, oh, crap, they actually have blood in WWE. She went, what? I was like, you wouldn't understand, Mom.
So I don't know how I'm assuming it was from the superplex, and I'm assuming part of that table hit him.
I was going to say, he had to be hard way.
Yeah. And then for him to like stop and he's like just does his thing, and I was just like, he's good. I really thought he was gonna win, but I don't want everyone to be like, he's buried, he's dead, he's done. I'm really hoping he can bounce back, and I think with Paul Heyman in his corner.
Well, how many bounce backs does Braun need? I mean, they should have pulled the trigger on Braun last year. He should have already held the world title.
I agree. But I feel like we can say that about so many people that WWE doesn't pull the trigger on when it's the right moment. Again, Sammy, LA Knight, Breaker?
He'll be a champion. Wait and see.
Yeah, but I'm hoping he's still super young. He's still a Steiner. He's still. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
All right, moving on to our next match, we have Ricky Saints versus Trick Williams. Trick winning was the right outcome if you're still trying to set him up and mellow later. The one thing I will have to say about Ricky Saints, hey, Ricky, the sunlight isn't always brighter on the other side.
I think it was a fine match. I don't think anyone's going to rewatch it or think about it in 2 weeks. It was fine. I like seeing your champions on your pay-per-view. I know how long when Sammy had that belt and when Ilya had that belt and Carmelo had that belt that was never on a PLE. So happy to see it. Right winner. It was fine.
Ricky, you just need to go back to carrying Cody's bags.
No.
Because I don't think they're really going to do anything with you.
I think obviously he's probably on SmackDown because of Cody, but I'd rather see him on Raw around the IC belt with Ethan, with Penta, with Root. Like, I'd rather have him in that scene.
Well,
fine.
We are at our next women's match, which was Jade and Tiffany for the U.S. women's belt, which is ironic. They put both of the U.S. titles on a pay-per-view this time, which both have not been defended on a pay-per-view in quite some time.
I think it was all your King of the Ring people were Raw superstars, so you needed some SmackDown kids on there. So it's like, oh, both U.S. titles.
Yeah, maybe. Well, finally we have a match with fuckery in it.
Yeah.
And even the fuckery couldn't help this match. It was so terrible. And Jade sucks more than my bathtub drain after a bath.
I know, it's bad. But Chelsea looked great. It's our queen.
Yes.
I'm assuming, again, Jade, Charlotte. I did love that Chelsea looked at the belt. I'm hoping maybe she takes the belt off Tiffy at some point. Or someone takes it off her. I will have to say
that when Chelsea had the belt, it was the most interesting time for that belt. Everybody else title run after that has pretty much sucked.
Yeah. And I know it's like, oh, if you put the belt back on her, who does she feud with? I was like, well, then you got to reshuffle your women's division. You have so many people, like reshuffle. I just realized what should have been my lariat of the week. Also,
well, give it to us.
Paige pinning JC Jade on SmackDown is really fucking upsetting.
And why is it upsetting?
Again, it's so crazy because I know Paige is also a baby and she was here very, very early. But I think that as much as I love them, this experiment's not working. Either Nikki needs to come back or we need to I'm hoping at SummerSlam we get these belts off them, maybe MSG. But like JC's your new call up, and for her to it just didn't. I don't think it was the right person to beat JC, basically. I don't know. I think, again, Paige should just maybe be a mouthpiece of someone. Again, her and Brian kind of running SmackDown, like, that was fun. Maybe if Nick Aldis is going to do something with Walter Gunter, she can be the new GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It makes me sad talking sadly about the women's division.
All right. But I will say this about the Jay Tiffany match. I like Tiffany better as a heel than as a face.
Yep.
Her face run ain't working.
We've been saying this for
I mean, you're trying to pair her with Chelsea to make her face run look good like you did with Charlotte and Alexa, but I don't think it's going to have the same outcome.
Agreed.
What are you referring to? I'd love to hear more about what you're thinking might happen differently.
Thank you, Alexa.
You just
Alexa, shut up. I call that thing a bitch all the time. All right, so we're at the main event where we have our triple threat with Gunther, the hobo bum Sami Zayn, and the I'm going to be the future governor of Georgia politician Cody Rhodes. This match was dreadful. I am glad Chody lost his belt, but the wrong person won. So, my question is, does Zayn hold the belt until WrestleMania next year?
No.
And if he doesn't, I have a great idea. Let Gargano take the belt off of this blood-sucking leech Sami Zayn.
Oh, I wouldn't. I love Johnny Gargano. And maybe Sammy getting this belt will get him off the couch?
Off the crate.
Great. I think he'll lose it at SummerSlam. I think this is maybe like a Darby sort of Mark Briscoe situation. Like, thank you for, you get your. He didn't win the Royal Rumble there. He's not going to I don't think he's going to have a prominent match at Mania. This was like, you're kind of over here. You're so over. Thank you. You get your big moment. I don't see him leaving SummerSlam with the belt.
I will say, if he had to win the fucking belt, I'm glad he won it now and not at WrestleMania.
Yes.
In
Same.
Saudi.
That's what I'm saying. Like, didn't have his Royal Rumble. Again, your Rumble moment didn't happen. And I don't think they're there for him. I think with all the will they, won't they of Roman, The Rock, all this other crap, I was like, he's not going to be high up the card for that show. So they're already there. Have him have his little moment. And then we're moving on.
I do want to cut in between because our wonderful producer has said that TNA has confirmed that Amazing Red is going into their Hall of Fame at Bound of Glory. Now, I might actually watch that for that reason.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Well, Gunther lost. So is he dead? What's next for Gunther?
No. And that backstage with him and Nick Aldis was everything. I want that match. Give me that match. I want it. I don't.
Like I said on your show earlier, if you have Aldis wrestle Gunther, is Gunther gonna officially retire Aldis?
It maybe give Gunther back on the upswing that he's got another.
Gunther's been dead since he tapped out to Jey Uso, unfortunately.
I know, we see it all the time, but I don't know. Being the positive pickle, I have hope. There's always hope. So I want to have that match, and I want him to, hopefully, hoping next year he gets a belt somewhere, but who's to say? But I don't think anybody's dead. We're going to bounce back. No one's buried. Everyone's fine. It's going to be fine. Positive thoughts.
So now what does Chody do? He doesn't have the belt.
Could you have a program with him and Punk without the belt?
I could see Punk coming to SmackDown to take the belt off of Sami Zayn.
I know we're going into SummerSlam and it's crazy, but like, could you just have him off TV for a little bit?
I mean, I would be upset with that, but do you really think they're going to put Cody off of TV for a while?
I know. Or do you just run it back and have another him and Sammy again? I'm worried that they're going to put a ton of reins under him, sort of like they did with Charlotte to get her like to where Rick was. Like, are they trying to get him to like where Triple H was, where Randy was, to give him all these title reigns? Because 3 is, again, the first one, amazing. Now we're at like 3. I'm just like, we're going to do a 4th one? I don't know. I think he can. As a Cody fan, I think he can go away for a little bit. I know it's not going to happen, but he could.
Or depending on Randy Orton's back situation, could we see Randy Cody actually have the feud they were supposed to have before TKO got involved?
That would be nice.
And give us the actual feud, not that bullshit feud.
Yeah, that would be nice. And maybe is that why they're taking him at a fan fest? Because they're like, oh, we're going to make him seem like he's not going to be around, not going to be a thing. And then like, oh, surprise, he surprise attacks Cody somewhere.
Maybe. Possibly. But, I mean, I wouldn't be upset because I think we deserve the actual Randy Cody feud that we should have gotten.
Yeah, that we wanted. Yeah, agreed. If Randy's healthy enough to do it, I'm here for it.
Even if it's like Randy's like, this has got to be my last match,
Mm-hmm.
I think he would do it with Cody because he trusts Cody wouldn't do something to hurt him intentionally.
Agreed.
Alrighty, so let's get on to Forbidden Door and preview Forbidden Door this evening.
Oh my God, so much.
And we have 2 matches for the buy-in. And I think we only have like 9 matches on the main card, which is kind of low for Tony Khan.
I know.
So let's get into the buy-in. We have Megan Bayne and Lena Cross versus Olympia and Kanta Rosa.
Oh, I saw that it was going to be your favorite.
Yeah, I think this will be a piss break, and I love me some Megan Bayne.
I was going to say, like, they're like the queens of like the buy-in because I feel like they're always
on the buy-in.
Is it the thing that you have 5 minutes to beat them? Are they still doing that?
Because it wasn't for the tag team championships.
Wasn't that the last?
Yeah, the last thing is you got 5.
Well, you know they're going to retain. I don't see them taking the belts off them at anytime soon.
And also, can I have another rant, and this was from last night on Collision. Kanta Rosa thought it'd be a good idea to confront Cross and Bayne to the point where she rips her shirt off and she is standing there in her bra. Bitch, you need some titties. You are flat-chested like my dog. And then poor Megan Bayne is looking at Thunder Rosa like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I could just one slap and knock your punk ass out. Like, the look Megan gave her was hilarious.
Yeah. Ignore him, ignore him, ignore him. Ignore him.
I hope Megan Bayne squashes Kanta Rosa to the point where she has to retire.
Do you think she'd take the pin, though? Like, they're losing, but do you think she'd take the pin?
I could see her taking the pin and then maybe setting up a feud with her in Olympia since she does have that dual contract with CMLL.
Mm-hmm.
Where she actually should stay permanently. Because I don't really watch CMLL, so it wouldn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But I could see her taking the pin and Olympia getting pissed and turning on her and starting a feud with them for CMLL. Then we have our next buy-in match, which is also a women's match, which is Sky Blue versus a Stardom talent. And that's going to be the last match for one of the spots for Survival of the Fittest for the TBS Championship.
I would hope it'd be Sky Blue to keep it more homegrown for your TBS belt, but who knows? Ignore him. Ignore him.
Nikki's gonna block him from the chat.
Block him.
She's gonna change all his passwords on all of his electronics.
Oh, sorry, change the Wi-Fi password. Whoops.
Alrighty, so in no particular order, let's get
Okay.
into the main card. We have Cope and Cage versus the Dogs for the AEW Tag Team Championships. I'm kind of torn. I love me some Christian Cage,
Mm-hmm.
but I love me some Dogs and some Clark Connors. Tekla, you a lucky bitch.
What, she's with Clark?
Yes.
What? Wrestling
They've been
couple?
together since they were in Japan.
Oh, I did not know this. Oh, I love
Mhm.
wrestling couples. Oh, get it, girl. I, again, love Christian Cage. I hope they push the Dogs or do something with the Dogs more. Don't care about Adam Copeland. I don't see Copeland putting anybody over. Again, they just got this belt. They're in Canada for the next pay-per-view. I think they're going to hold on to these for a little while longer.
I kind of agree. But I'm not sure when the 90 days is up because I know Jeff Cobb posted that he wishes it was July already because he's bored.
Joe
But
Gacy tweeted out.
if the 90 days is up, could we see the New Day?
Joe Gacy tweeted 26 days. There's
But
more
I think New Day left before he did, though, before his release.
Did he?
I think so.
Good. So, would you like Cope and Cage win and then like the New Day or whatever, Kofi and Austin come out and like just stand on the ramp? I'd rather just like have them like come out, stand on the ramp and do like, oh honey.
Yeah, like I see you. Like, yeah.
I'm here.
I would be there for that and then have them maybe cut a promo on Dynamite.
Yes.
I could see that.
I know. I want to. I'm excited. I hope. I'm assuming they're gonna go to AEW. I'm so excited for them to kind of to have the WWE handcuffs off and probably have more personality, better matches. Even though I think they're incredible in WWE, I'm excited for that. In WWE, I'm excited to see them do something different.
Our next match has Jon Moxley versus Bandito for the AEW Continental Championship. Could Bandito win?
I predicted on mine and Nick's show, yes. I think I'm hoping Jon Moxley gets jealous of Ospreay and we go that way. I think he's held this belt for too long. I think it's, again, your baby, someone younger, someone different. I think Bandito is getting kind of such a following sounds weird, but like sort of like a push. And I feel like he's getting more AEW time. And as much as I do love him with Brody, I'm excited for someone else to have that belt. Change it up. Moxley doesn't need a belt right now.
I agree, but if Moxley wins, I need Moxley to tickle Bandito.
No!
Just so I can hear Nikki yell no all the way from Jersey.
No tickling. I don't want tickling in my wrestling. I'm all for the fun shenanigans unless someone tickles Pac. Get out of here.
And speaking of Pac, our next match is for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, where Pac will take on the GOAT of New Japan Wrestling, Shota Umino.
I love Pac.
Yes, Reese, I will. But I can't say with what or how.
Yes, get it. I love Pac. I think he's just known as someone that's going to put on a great match. He's going to make someone look good. He's a safe pair of hands. I think with this Forbidden Door aspect of it, you maybe need a New Japan kid to win. Again, he has I know it's not the top belt, but it's still a belt in New Japan. I don't see Pac winning. Sorry,
I don't either, but I think they'll have a good match.
Yeah, it'll be a good match, but
and I get to see Shota, and it upsets Reese and Josiah, so I'm all for it. Our next match is our women's Owen Hart final, where one Mercedes Moné, who was last year's women's Owen Hart winner, will take on Maya World.
I think it would be incredible if they put it on Maya. Bitch, your money match is Mercedes Thekla at Wembley. I think Mercedes is gonna to win, and what they beat her and Athena beat her, and I always say her name wrong. Not her, not her tag team partner. There you go, Hyann. I always want to add like an extra syllable in there. But the bright Athena and Mercedes beat them down on Collision. So usually I'm like, oh, the go home show, then blah blah blah. But I don't know. I just feel like the money match would be Mercedes Thekla.
Yeah. But then, do you really want to pull the title off Thekla? Because, I mean, she's having a good run with it.
Oh, agreed.
So, and the Owen belt is the last belt Mercedes has. So, does she need to lose the Owen belt this year to have her full, complete breakdown and then build her to next year and let her win the AEW title in 2026?
7. I know we talked about this with Mikey last week. I know it's like her last belt, and she should kind of lose it and go on this crazy streak, but I don't know what the track record is between winning the Owen and then winning the belt. But I guess Mercedes won the belt last year, then hasn't sniffed. She didn't beat Tony. I don't know. I think Thekla beating Mercedes would be a very big statement.
And I could see Mercedes putting over the younger talent.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of up in the air. I picked Mercedes in our predictions. I missed Reese's show yesterday because I didn't get the notification. And I was like, predictions? What the hell? So I had to send them in, and I picked Mercedes.
Same.
But I could see her putting over Maya. Okay. Let's move on. Alrighty. So everybody is saying this is probably going to be match of the night. Could be match of the year contender. Where we have Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay.
It's the match I'm most looking forward to. I love them both very, very much. Love Strickland. I want him to have a belt, but I think this is Will's to win.
Agreed.
But it's going to be so good.
I think this is going to be like a brutal match.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to beat the living shit out of each other.
Because I feel like Swerve has kind of built that streak up. That obviously him and Hangman, that whole feud, and then I feel with Will Ospreay hanging out with the Death Riders, I feel like they're just gonna keep leveling up how brutal this is going to be.
Well, could you see maybe Hangman interfering and costing Swerve?
No. I think if we're going to see Hangman, I think
he can't really challenge for the title ever again.
But if Mark Briscoe if Team Briscoe wins, he gets the title shot at MJF, and that's where you should get Hangman to interfere to have MJF lose so he can get his title shot. I don't think we need to circle back to Hangman Swerve already. I think that was a crazy, incredible feud. Also gross. I don't want them to go back to that well already. And also facts. All right. So
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to this match and the brutality that's going to come out of this match because they're gonna beat each other.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Bout Machine. One fine-ass Kenny Omega versus one of the greatest technical wrestlers in Zack Sabre Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Another match I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Zack Sabre Jr., but I will never pick against Kenny Omega.
I think I'm excited about this match. I think it's going to be a great match. In mine and Nick's predictions, I did go, Zach. I think right now there's so much going around the world title picture. I don't know where Kenny fits in right now. And then so kind of balancing that, like, AEW can't win all the matches, that this would be a check for on the other side of the door.
Now, I could see Kenny losing the match and going into the Redemption pay-per-view next month, him saying he has to redeem himself from the loss from Zack Sabre Jr., whether he has another match with Zack Sabre Jr. if he's still here in the States, or they give him a program with somebody else to redeem him.
Yeah.
I don't care. I get Kenny Omega on my TV tonight, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good match. But I think it makes more sense for Zach to win. But I know you won't vote against him.
And I agree with Reese. Everybody is saying that Kenny's going to take the belt at Redemption to face Ospreay. But why would you take the belt off of MJF?
To me, there's more money MJF Ospreay, which is crazy to say that
both of them can drop promos. Can you imagine MJF and Will Ospreay promos?
Yeah.
MJF being the serious fucker and then Will being the goofy dude.
They're both talking about banging their wives.
Yeah. Alrighty, our next match has our women's world championship title held by Tekla going against Starlight Kid. Now, this will not be a piss break because I actually like both of these women.
Yeah, again, admittedly, I didn't know a lot about Starlight Kid, and we had our friend Mikey from BC WrestlePod on our show who kind of like broke down that I didn't realize that they had this history in Stardom. And I know, like, I was watching the whatever countdown thing that Mick Foley was hosting for. And then, like, again, her Thecla going over there and, like, first getting fired, then going back and, like, causing all her chaos. Again, I think it sounds like it's going to be a really fun, great match, but I don't see Thecla losing.
I don't see Thecla losing neither. But like I said, it will be the one women's match that is not a piss break for Catherine.
But no, I'm excited because I'm excited to see someone new that I haven't seen before. So I'm excited for this match.
Alrighty, our next match. We have a 3-way tag match with Sky Team versus the Young Bucks versus Unbound Company. And Sky Team won the Sky Team won the Ring of Honor tag belts this past
yesterday or Friday? Yesterday.
Friday, I don't remember.
I think yesterday. Again, I think TK loves Mystico. I think he gets an incredible crowd reaction. I think they all cheer him. I think, again, the Young Bucks could take a loss here. I think this would be the one win for the CMLL kids that I would think Sky Team would go over.
Yeah, I could see that. And then we have our main event, which is a steel cage match, which we have Team MJF versus Team Briscoe. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. If you do not like blood in a cage match, you probably don't need to watch this.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think everyone. It would be like to see the person who's not bleeding in this match. I just don't. Wasn't this originally announced as like a 3-man, and then they did a 6-man, and now it's like the 6 or the 12-man? Wasn't it supposed to be 3-on-3 originally, or am I making that up? I thought like it was supposed to be like a small thing, and then they made it like a bigger.
No, I think it was originally always supposed to be. I pick my guys, you pick your guys.
And then have this big...
Oh, Canada just won in the World Cup and they knocked out South Africa.
Oh, crazy. I just feel like that's a lot of people in one cell, in one cage.
They're going to have to make that cage bigger than normal.
Yeah, I'm just like, again, not comparing, but thinking like a traditional cage, it should be on the apron, like how it was with Seth Braun. Like, is this going to be more of like the kennel match or like a Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, I think it's going to be where the cage actually comes all the way down to the floor.
Okay. Because
it surrounds the ring, so you have room outside the ring.
Because that's a lot of, I know it's like the Royal Rumble obviously does it, but half the time you're like on the rope and you're like pretending to like push somebody, but like it feels like like they want to have a War Games match, but it's not War Games season or Blood and Guts match.
Yeah.
But I guess this is just to have, because isn't he dealing with like is his knee still messed up? MJF wasn't it hyperextended or whatever they were?
Yeah, he hyperextended his knee. So I think that's why they did this, is because if he hadn't have been on this card, everybody would be bitching about it.
Right.
So they're like, okay, we'll put you on the card. We'll put you in this mega match where you don't really have to do a lot. Everybody else can do everything.
Yeah.
And I can also see Andrade costing MJF. Because you do got some storylines in there. You got Takeshita Okada. You got Fletcher. I forgot who he was.
Even Kevin Knight. Like, I want Fletcher with the TNT belt back. So bring me back that pink belt. Like, and then I was asking this last night. Like, again, if it's like a traditional cage match, like I would love for like Andrade just like to walk away or like just leave the match, because that's usually the typical like, oh, you're about to lose or about to win, and then like I'm gone.
Oh, so Tracy Brooks from TNA just announced that they will have a 16-woman tournament that will begin on Thursday for the new Knockouts TV title. And that the title will be defended exclusively on Impact.
So maybe we'll see it on TV if they're going to have this big old tournament for it.
Maybe. But you have like different stories within that whole big old cage match that, you know, people that bitch about AEW doesn't tell stories.
I think again, you have to, obviously they're not as
Darby and Knight, Darby and MJF.
I don't care about Darby Allin. I'm sorry.
Fletcher Takeshita, Okada Takeshita.
The Don Callis family versus the Don Callis family. It's a Don Callis on a pole match. Gets the custody of Don Callis.
Gets the custody of Don Callis. There you go. Well, I know it won't be Andrade because he's a little pissed.
Yeah. Which I think at this point, you could turn Andrade face.
Yeah. Or make him a tweener.
Yeah.
I kind of like Andrade more as a bad guy, but I could see him as a tweener maybe.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like what he's doing, like him taking the photos and him kind of with Don Callis and like to me, I don't feel like he's like 100% heel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's in that tweener stage.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to the pay-per-view.
I am too.
I done ordered my pizza. It's going to be here at 6:30. I bought the pay-per-view today when I got back home. I am ready to go.
Awesome. I think it's going to be good. And I think the TV has been good for them. I think their last pay-per-view was good. I'm excited to see them keep going up and kind of, again, I don't really think they need to have redemption in between it, but like, let's just like get to Wembley.
Yeah, I think they're oversaturating their pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now that we have finished up with our main event, which was a very long main event today.
A lot to talk about.
Yes, we had lots to talk about. So we are going to take a couple of questions before we head on out and get ready for Forbidden Door tonight. So We have a question. It says, what's your thoughts on the new titles for the Knockouts in TNA? I love the title. Title's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Reese. You don't really have enough women to justify having a mid title.
And you said Tracy said it was a 16 women or
16 women tournament will begin Thursday. So I might actually have to check TNA out.
I know. And then we talked about you saying
And TNA might actually start being good now that Tommy Dreamer has left. I don't know. Cucklos is still in charge though. So fuck me.
But you did mention, like, do they have 16 women? Like, do they need to bring
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to have to pull NXT talent?
And
I don't know who is on their roster.
And I'm sorry, I don't keep up with TNA as much as I should. Who was their women's champion? Right? It's not.
If I know.
It's not Kalani Jordan still, is it? I feel like that's the last person I remember holding that belt. Again, apologies. Or is it one of like Ash by Elegant? One of the Elegant people have it back?
Oh, maybe.
I don't.
Oh, well, there we go. We could give it to Ash.
Oh, you're Reese's love of his life.
Okay, so Alicia Edwards. They just signed Allie. Ash by Elegance. They have Ariana Grace.
Well, she's got
Daria don't wrestle. They got. Well, they could put it on Core J.
Oh, yes. Okay, that does make sense. Thank you, Reese.
Harley Hudson, Jada Stone, Joey Threat. I'd like to see them put it on Jody Threat.
That'd be fun.
Kylan King, Li Ying Lee, but she has a title. M by Elegance has a title.
Risha said she's your woman, your Knockouts champ.
Yeah. They could put it on Mara Sade. I wouldn't mind that. Tasha. I've always liked Tasha Steele. Zaya Brookside.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got a few women.
So in theory, they could pull off this tournament, but like, what NXT kid are they going to pull off? Also, yeah. I feel like Ariana Grace is more. Isn't she more WWE NXT?
They have her listed on there. But evidently, they do have some women. So yay, TNA!
Support women's wrestling. Get it, girl. I love. Hopefully,
I didn't think they had enough women on there to pull it off.
It's a pretty belt, and I hope whoever watches TNA actually gets to see it on their programming.
And it's been a while since Tasha Steele has had a title. And I've enjoyed her work she's done with Ali's group. I forgot what they're called. Something 4. I know Reese would know. Alrighty. Oh, Harley Hudson is a younger British talent. Well, push your baby. Give it to her then.
Push your babies.
Just saying. All right. Do we have any more questions before we head on out?
The children are circling.
Order 4. I knew there were 4 something. Okie dokie. What debuts and returns would you ladies see happening at Forbidden Door? Unfortunately, I could see Hangman coming back. If the 90 days clause is up for New Day, maybe they show up. Jay White could return. I do miss looking at those abs. I've seen those abs up close in person. Oh, and they are beautiful.
I think Jay White's the only one that, besides maybe like a debut like the New Day, the only person like return I'm really clamoring for is Jay. Maybe Tony, but I think we're not going to see Tony for a while. But like, Jay's like the one. Like, if Wardlow came back and be like, "Oh, cool," but like Jay White coming back, I feel like would be fucking huge. But I feel like how many pay-per-views have been saying this at?
I think Wardlow's a lost cause.
Yeah, poor Pickle.
Because, I mean,
feel bad.
he just keeps getting hurt. Evidently, he got hurt while filming the American Gladiators.
Well, you gotta put him in a bubble. That's so... Is he Nick? I know I'm clumsy. Nick calls me clumsy. Like, is he just like I don't know.
Maybe my best friend's like that, but she also has MLS, so I understand why she's clumsy.
Yeah.
Like, her nervous system doesn't work, and her
Right.
nerves and stuff and muscles don't work like they're supposed to.
Yep. No.
So I understand why she's clumsy.
So I don't know, but I agree with you. I don't see Tony doing anything with him.
I got it. The best comeback, Britt Baker.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't see it happening.
It ain't happening because she posted on her IG that she was actually in California seeking treatment from a nerve doctor.
Oh.
Alrighty.
We're wrapping up.
And with that, episode 16 of Lipsticks and Lariats must come to an end. But before we do, we're going to do some plugs. So if you're interested in checking out my blogs, you can check them out at themidpodcast.com. And you can go and subscribe to the Mid Podcast on YouTube at the Mid Podcast 6436, where you hear all my witty takes on wrestling and other things. And I will be dropping my witty review of Night of Champions tomorrow. And Nikki, where can they find you?
Well, I am sorry that my dog is headbutting the couch next to me because he's hungry. It's 5:00 is dinner time. But you can find me and my hot husband on the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour at Nick Tuyadoro on YouTube. We sit at our bar. We have a couple cocktails. We talk wrestling. We talk shit on each other. It's a fun time. Come hang out with us.
And they're having a special episode tomorrow at 6, so check them out.
Yes, Nick is going to the double show tomorrow in Atlantic City, Raw and SmackDown. So we're going to do a quick preview before he goes to the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe to the show, because if you don't, there could be a Lariat coming out of the blue, or you could be like the Uruguay soccer team whose government canceled their private jet home and told them to find their own way home after losing. So don't be a loser like them.
Jesus.
So until next time, we will see all of you next Sunday, where we will talk what happened at Forbidden Door.
Bye.
Later.